Here's something most people don't think about. The Constitution almost didn't happen. After it was written, it was just paper, words on parchment. It had no power until the people agreed to be bound by it. Articles 6 and 7 answer the questions that make everything else possible. What makes this supreme? And what made it real? Article 6, the highest promise. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, shall be the supreme law of the land. That sentence changed everything. Before this, states could ignore federal law when it suited them. Treaties were suggestions. The law spoke with 13 different voices, and no one had to listen. Article 6 ended that chaos. It declared that the Constitution stands above all other law. State judges are bound by it. State constitutions must yield to it. And then, something easily overlooked, it says that all officials, federal and state, must swear an oath to support this Constitution. Not an oath to a president, not to a party, not to an ideology, to the Constitution itself. That oath is not a formality. It is a promise made by every official who serves, renewed over time and every time someone takes office. When officials forget that oath or treat it as mere ritual, what becomes of the promise we made? Article 7, the power of agreement. The Constitutional Convention finished its work in September 1787. Delegates signed the document. Then they sent it out to the states and waited. 9 states had to ratify before the Constitution would take effect. Not all 13. The framers knew unanimous consent might never come, but 9 was enough to begin. What followed was one of the great debates in American history. Federalists argued for ratification. Anti-Federalists argued against. Pamphlets flew. Town halls erupted. The outcome was genuinely uncertain. Delaware said yes first, then Pennsylvania, then New Jersey. By June 1788, 9 states had ratified. The Constitution was alive. But here is what matters most. The Constitution gained its authority not because powerful men wrote it, but because ordinary citizens, through their state conventions, agreed to be governed by it. Consent. That's the foundation. The government doesn't grant us rights. We grant the government its power. Do we still feel that? Do we still understand that the Constitution belongs to us, not the other way around? Seven articles. The architecture of self-governance. Congress makes the laws. The President enforces them. The courts interpret them. The states remain partners in the Union. The system can be amended. The Constitution reigns supreme. And it all rests on consent, on the agreement of the people to be bound by their own creation. It's an astonishing thing, really. A nation built not on blood or conquest, but on a promise. The framers lit the spark, but we're the ones who have to keep it burning. These reflections come from the People's Promise to a Nation, where each article and amendment is explored through parable and contemplation. If you'd like to go deeper, to sit with the stories behind these structures, I hope you will join me there. Until next time, the promise only lives if we live it. I'm Linda McDonald. Thank you for reflecting with me.